We live. What's today? June 7th. Team No Sleep. Oh my goodness, Montel Allen is on the East Coast. Is that what I'm gonna call it right now? Is that where you at, brother?
No, I'm in the Midwest. Midwest, or I should say North Mid. I don't know.
He don't
I'm
know
in
where he
Minnesota.
is. Just wherever the plane lands, that's where you are today, taking care of
Well,
some
right.
business. Okay, appreciate that. How you doing? All right. Besides that,
Man,
besides the
always
jet
blessed,
lag, right?
man.
Besides the jet lag.
Yeah, just blessed, man. Blessed to be, see another day.
Yeah.
Enjoy another part of the country. Enjoy family and friends, and also enjoy a little bit of work. You know how we do, man. But
Yeah.
just getting in.
Look, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep the Lordy, hold on, let me get this right. Keep the bills paid and to pay for them college students, right? You got to
That's
do
right,
that. Sure. Listen, we're not gonna mess around. I know we got folks that are watching. Shouts out to everyone. Listen, I know we got the Twitter audience. Appreciate you too, but you can't engage and interact unless you come over to YouTube or Facebook, preferably YouTube. That's where we get it in, right? That's where we get it in, and we can put your comments on the screen. We always start with the social impact story. Every story we got this week is a social impact story.
Yes.
5 out of 6 stories are not good. I'm just gonna put it to you that way, right? There's no sugarcoating. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Man, let's go ahead and get into this so we can start dissecting what's going on in the world, man. So, Idaho State, Davnote Neil, assistant football coach out there, charged with first-degree murder, right? Yeah. So Idaho State assistant football coach out there. Unfortunately, this is ridiculous news right here, and to see something like this happening. I believe he was actually out of state, and they tracked him down. They tracked him down in Arizona. But for something like this to happen again, let's talk about this, right? Someone who's so close to the youth, someone who's a quote unquote role model, someone who's impacting the future minds and athletes and things like that, and to be caught up in something like this, and this is let's hear the charge. This isn't manslaughter. This isn't assault. This isn't battery. This is first degree murder right here, man. So tell us what you know about this story right here, and I'll pull it up on the screen too.
I know as much as you know as far as I read the story. I think he played at the University of Arizona.
Yeah.
And he was a guy that was active. I think he was maybe a GA or something there. He got this situation happened. He got, and then in some of, I guess, the investigation or whatever, he had got hired by University of Idaho, or it was Idaho State. I'm sorry, one of the schools
Right.
up there in North, and he was a position coach there, obviously doing the recruiting and everything. And then in the midst of the investigation, they found this young man, guilty, I think, of committing a drive-by and actually murdering someone, unfortunately.
Yeah. And listen, there is no statutes of limitations, because this happened back in 2017, right?
Yes.
So, man, you don't go out there doing this kind of dirt, this kind of evil, and expect and think that you're gonna get away with it, because they got this brother here 5 years later.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if he's guilty or not, but or what the situation, but whatever his involvement was, I'm pretty sure he thought he was in the clear. Idaho State said they did the background check and he cleared, so that's why it wasn't found on there. So there was no charges at the point where they hired him. So no fault at the University at Idaho State. But the fact of the matter, like you said, this is a person that was in a position that was going to change lives. Being a football coach, that means he was going to be able to give scholarships. That means he was going to be out there and go be recruiting kids to be into the school and get an education and those things. And unfortunately, I don't know what the situation was, but this happened. And this is unfortunate because another impactful young African-American man out there, and then we got this. So it sets us back. It sets us back in these prominent positions that we're trying to get, because now, this situation slipped through the cracks. And, we can't blame it on anybody else but us or for him.
That's true.
To set that kind of tone, unfortunately.
Right. And this is Idaho, right? I mean, it's tough enough to get a job in California, in Chicago, Illinois, whatever. Right. But no, this is Idaho, where we already trying to break.
I can speak to a period. It's tough enough to get a job in that circle, period.
Yes, sir.
College coaching is probably one of the most competitive jobs to get in the country, because they're so limited, especially when you go to the Division I, which he's at. He's at an FCC Division I school.
Yeah.
Those jobs, and those are networking jobs. Those aren't jobs like, hey, they posted to somebody, they get 50 applicants and they apply. It's all about word of mouth, who you know, who can bring you on, what they see in you. Were you a former player? Were you part? So it's a really close knit network type of opportunity. Now you got to think. Not only did this young man's life is now ruined and things going away, the person that recommended him, that brought him over to Idaho State, or that referred him over to Idaho State, he has a tarnish on his record now. We can all talk about, I didn't know the situation. It doesn't matter. This is a black eye on. You got to think this is a black eye on that program.
Yes. Yeah.
You hired somebody that's getting convicted of murder. And now you want me to entrust you with my son to come there and play for 4 years? My impressionable son, who's 18 years old, 19 years old.
Think about those recruiting calls and those recruiting visits by the other head coaches, right? You won't. Someone wants your son to come to that school, and then the parents are going to do their research. They're going to Google the school.
This is what's going to pop up first. Yeah.
This is the man who was managing the running backs or the wide receivers or whatever the case may be, and this is the kind of environment system that you're building out there. Yeah, this is not a good look.
This is, and I mean, I don't think the common. I follow college football big time, so I know kind of the ins and outs a little bit. I don't think people understand how damaging this could be to a program. You got to imagine. Take this for example. I don't know who person's favorite professional team, but can you imagine any professional team saying, "Hey, we hired an assistant coach, and that assistant coach was hired for murder. He's being charged with murder."
Yeah.
You would be appalled. You'd be like, "Wow, I can't believe." You would be really appalled about, like, I can't believe. I'm using this example. I'm not saying they ever did it. You using the Sacramento Kings? Their assistant coach was a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
He murdered somebody 5 years ago. That will leave a tainted, taste in someone's mouth, and then you take it to the next level lower. Like I said, you take it to somewhere like in college where there's a lot of impressionable young men, and he's leading those young men, and that program hiring him, you would look bad up on that program. So, I mean, more so for him, I feel, I don't feel empathy if he did it. I don't feel sad if he did it. If he did it, you got to pay the price for what you did, and I feel sorry for the people that were involved that were affected by it. But on the flip side, for the program side, I feel bad for Idaho State. They're not a powerhouse. They're not a team that could just recover from something like this. You just can't pick up and say, "Hey, this ain't like Alabama. Oh, we got so many championships. This is just a bad mistake," and wash it under the rug and kind of continue pro stuff. This program can't do that. They're not in that kind of position. So I hope they're able to recover. I hope they're able to put something out there to be able to help themselves kind of get back on the right track. But I mean, man, this is a lot of damage control someone has to do. And like you said, we ain't talking about, you took some money, you stole something.
Mm-hmm.
This is first-degree murder. That means he's facing life. And
facing life.
This is for, first-degree murder means this is a premeditated murder. This is something he thought about and executed out if he's convicted of.
We will see, but I think he's got to be extradited back. So the police say Neil has been charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, a Class 1 felony, 1 count of drive-by shooting, a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of discharging a firearm at a structure, a Class 2 felony. So in California, if that was here, y'all remember 3 strikes and you're out.
He's in Arizona.
Yeah, but he's in Arizona, which is even probably stricter, even more stringent, especially again gun violence things. Everywhere is, but this is not a good look right here. So the alleged incident occurred in November 11th, 2017. But we will see what this all pans out to, man. I don't like any of it. It's like you say, it's not a good look. And in this world of NIL, right? Just to bring that back to it again, like you're saying, this school is not a powerhouse, so this could be that dampening that on the eye that really hurts with future recruitments and things of that nature, right? It's probably not going to be I don't even want to use the term the death penalty, right? Remember that there were some schools that got that, but it's definitely going to set them back quite a significant bit.
I mean, you got to also think, James, it's going to set them back also in other sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This doesn't just affect. Matter of fact, it's going to affect enrollment overall. I mean, you got to think. If someone's looking up Idaho State, this article right now is a hot article is going to pop up. So it's damaging to the overall enrollment. It's damaging definitely to the athletic program. It's damaging to all the other sports, and it's definitely damaging to the football program.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think now. This school basically it's going to have to, get a facelift really, really quick, and unfortunately, try to come up with some scenario. This is something I don't think they're going to be a Super Bowl. They can't sweep it under the rug because of social media now, right?
Yeah.
You can't. It's on the internet everywhere. If you type about Idaho State,
and the severity of the crime, right? This is just not something that's going to again. This isn't a bar fight. This isn't a carjacking or something. You took someone's life and then you were reckless with a firearm. So yeah, this is going to be in the news for a minute. So.
Yep, all the way through till they get through trial and they get through conviction, and it's still going to be there after conviction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's unfortunate. They're going to be tainted in that situation, but they are. And I mean, this young man. I mean, I'm sure he thought he was getting away with something. Hey, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm in the coaching career. That's 5 years behind me. I'm sure I'm moving on with my life. And I don't know what kind of coach he was or nothing like that. But the fact of the matter, I would put myself, if that was my son being recruited by them and this story came out, I don't know what I would do. My other son probably had options. I might consider to go somewhere else.
Right. I mean, so that's truth, right? So I'm in that boat right now, right? My kids are, my son just graduated high school and, getting accepted to other schools. If Idaho State was in that list right now and he had a couple of others that he got accepted to as well, we throw this one in the trash. We wouldn't. Just for this situation, wouldn't want them to be anywhere around these. It's not right, I think, to blame the entire school and pigeonhole the entire school. But again, just this is just a bad look right now, and I would just not want. I think parents would not want their family members around these kinds of situations. So I don't know.
This is unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, you're just speaking your truth. I mean, you're guilty by association, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. He's associated with a school. You're guilty by association. I know where Idaho State is. I've been there before. Great community. School's very, very nice. It has a lot of great things going on. But I know in this day and age of social media, in this day and age, especially in recruiting, that is probably the most damaging news they could possibly get.
Got you.
So with that being said, I can only imagine how it's going to trickle down to admissions and so on and so on. If my kid was currently going to that school and he was on the coaching staff, I'd probably we need to transfer you out of there.
Yeah, it's time to look for other locations.
I have no more confidence. I would have probably a lack of confidence in their program saying, wait, well, you guys hired someone that just committed murder 5 years ago. Someone on your staff. We ostracize and critique coaches that did far less than murder.
Talk about that.
We talked about the coach that was the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he was just flirting with a woman in the bar.
Yeah.
And how bad did we get on him? About that situation.
Don't know where Urban is right now. Yeah, nobody knows where Urban is right now, right? And again, that was just look. That was his blue pill. Yeah.
But I'm saying we got on him about flirting with another woman in the bar, and we thought that was completely damaging and out of control. Can you imagine our program trying to recover from a coach that was convicted, that's been accused of murder?
Yeah, it's horrible. I like what Kevin is saying here, right? Think about this. Think about Baylor and Power 5 school and how long it took them to kind of bounce back some of the situations that happened out there as well. A little bit different circumstances, like you said as well. But again, just the whole PR machine that has to be in place now. The whole covering up, or not covering up, the whole just making up and trying to make amends to the folks that are affected. Trying to bring back recruitment, trying to bring back attendance and admissions and things like that. And there are just so many dominoes that have now fallen down.
We haven't even talked about the boosters, right?
The money. Listen, that's day one. That's number one right there, right?
Yeah, the money. How are you going to explain that to boosters with this situation that happened? You can. And the funny part about it, it's an honest mistake, right? You hired a person. You did all your protocol. You did all your protocol.
You did all the background checks. You're right.
Everything you're supposed to do, and the situation still happened. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I don't care what they can think a booster doesn't have. Is saying, oh, it's okay. We understand it was just a mistake. No. It doesn't work that way when it comes to cutting my $100,000 checks.
Yeah, boosters don't want to hear that. You're right. You
They
boosters
don't want
do
to
not
hear
want
that.
They finance so much of the things we see and we don't see at these institutions. So yeah, they want to make sure they're getting their value and do not want to be associated with someone possibly being put away for first degree murder. So
we got to keep it also 100, man. Look at, like I said, that's in Portobello, Idaho.
Yeah,
predominantly white community.
Yeah,
a lot of farming community. Black man hired.
Yeah,
murder. We could talk about there's no race involvement in right, or race doesn't mean anything. But unfortunately, we all can see. They see that you hired a black man on your staff, convicted of murder. Programs are already not doing so hot. What does that say about you as a coaching staff? What does that say about the athletic department? What does that say about you as a university? I'm just, you got it. People may not want to say it like I'm saying it, but those dots all connect.
Yeah. No, and that's all in behind the mind, right? For a lot of folks are going to be saying that. Not as many people probably, you're right, are going to say it out loud. It's going to be more subjective instead of objective. But you're right. I mean, you stand out a little bit, brother, out there in Idaho, and for something like this to be the thing that pops up when we Google you, not a good look at all, man. So
not a good look at all. Yeah.
Prayers and all, and condolences to the families that were involved on the negative side, even to this gentleman, right? I mean, just hope it's a fair trial. Hopefully, they find out who did it. Do it the right way, do their due diligence. But it's unfortunate that this man is now incarcerated, charged with first degree murder and the other felony charges as well. So not a good look. Not a good look. Folks, keep on coming in with the comments. We see you. Listen, if you got a question, drop it in. We got the star moderators in the building. So shouts out to Mr. Cox. Hey, Sammy, I see we might have to give you the wrench too, man, because Sammy Superstar is in the building. So we may have to add you to the moderator list too. Man, okay, here we go. I don't know if we're going uphill or downhill, but this is definitely, again,